Everyone wants to win. Losing isn't in anyone's playbook. Success isn't rocket science. It's simpler than you think. Here's the truth. Most of us overcomplicate the journey to success. You get bogged down by the trivial details that end up dragging you down. You get caught up in petty, nitpicky details that hinder your progress. We've all heard those same tired stories of successful people. Yes, everyone needs to work hard. But let's be honest. You need some privilege to climb that rock of success. You have to forget these 10 things if you really want to succeed. Click on the subscribe button for more tips like this. Number 10. Negativity. In case you haven't heard, being a self-absorbed know-it-all isn't going to win you any popularity contest these days. Instead of criticizing everyone and everything, learn to swallow a pill called the truth. Negativity can sabotage your entire journey to success. It creeps into your mind like an unwelcome guest and wreaks havoc on your brain's performance. Negative thoughts have a huge influence on the brain's functioning. They're like weights strapped onto your shoulders that prevent you from running the marathon called life. It slows down your brain, and you end up unable to perform basic tasks. What's worse is that it not only prevents you from thinking logically, but it comes with, or even stems from, this fear of failure. A lot of people have a terrible habit of negative thinking, and more often than not, they have growing self-esteem issues. Negative thoughts are like a stealthy virus that silently infects your brain. Before you know it, they've spread throughout your entire system, messing with the most basic functions. So when you make a habit of negative thinking, you're basically making space for the negative thoughts. It completely rewires your brain. Your thought pattern changes, and you begin to focus on your fears and worries. Imagine your brain is a clear lake. Peaceful, right? That's what it's like without negative thoughts. You can think clearly and come up with some creative and cool ideas. It's like discovering a hidden talent. So change your mindset. Start thinking positively. Your life will improve tenfold. By unlocking just this one trait, you'll be able to see everything as clear as day. It's like a dark cloud that's been blocking your vision all along, and you'll know what success looks like for you. Number 9. Holding on. Holding on can mean a lot of things, but think of that one thought that's been on the back of your mind forever. And this doesn't just apply to negative thoughts. We all have it, an obsession that never leaves. Old grudges, past lovers, old relationships, the story of betrayal. It's like living in the past. In order to succeed, you'll have to let go of the mountain of grudges that you're still holding on to. It's like allowing the past to haunt your present reality. Hate and anger are all real emotions, but you need to know where to draw the line before they consume you. Imagine being stressed about something all the time. That ought to slow you down and prevent you from climbing the ladder of success. Imagine you made some kind of progress in life. You won a trophy or you aced that biology paper, but something's still holding you down. You're still pressed about the time your boss yelled at you in front of everyone. You can see yourself as the victim, but imagine embodying that mindset. You'll forever be the victim, and only you can free yourself. Number 8. Saying yes to everything. Nope, being the nice guy won't get you anywhere anymore. But some of us are just natural people pleasers. We can't seem to say no. It's not part of our vocabulary, but we sometimes forget the one thing that sets humans apart from all other beings: our free will. This isn't a philosophy crash course. It's simple math. You own yourself. Your decisions are purely yours. No one's going to come to you and tell you what you want. You gotta do it yourself. And let's face it, it's easy to take advantage of people who just can't seem to refuse anything. It's like you're in a video game following all the rules and instructions that someone else has made for you. It's like you're living for someone else. Without knowing your own boundaries, you will not be able to find your way through life. Number 7. Being liked by everyone. Now imagine you step into a room. It's full of strangers and maybe some acquaintances. You don't exactly know who they are, but they're staring you down with the most judgmental look you've ever gotten. Suddenly, you're self-conscious. You feel naked. You're thinking, is there something on my face? Do I look terrible? This is exactly how everyone feels in the social world. You don't just care if people have a negative opinion of you. You want to be liked by each and every person in the room. You want them to think you're cool, but that's not how the world really works. In the real world, no one cares about you. It's harsh, but it's true. Sucking up to people will not get you anywhere. Build genuine connections based on your interests, likes, and dislikes. Ask around. No successful person ever was liked by everyone. Haters are like vultures, circling you and waiting to pounce on any weakness. Number 6. Being too uncool for new skills. Staying in your own bubble or your safe zone might feel comfortable for a while, but with that attitude, you're bound to get nowhere in life. Never be fully content with your skills. There's always room for more learning. Not only will you be missing out, but you'll also be enforcing a barrier for yourself, preventing you from truly succeeding. Trying new things is always uncomfortable and awkward, but you're never too old for any skill. Your engineering background doesn't mean you can't read books on Foucault, and you can spend your life being salty about your parents never having taught you how to ride a bike, or you can finally learn as a mature adult who is always open to opportunities for growth. Sometimes seeking out knowledge is better for your brain than living with what you already know. You pick up on other skills like problem solving and critical thinking when you open yourself up to new knowledge. It keeps you on your toes. When you avoid new skills, you're basically instilling fear in yourself. Let yourself dive into unfamiliar waters. You can't always be stuck in the sandy terrain. Number 5. High expectations. If there's one thing that's a major setback to success, it's having high expectations. Big dreams are cool, but don't count on luck. Thinking everything will be handed to you is a waste of time. You're in for big disappointment if you think the bare minimum will get you anywhere. Expecting too much can stress you out. You'll burn out if you think you've got to be perfect all the time. It's a lot of pressure. When you're always trying to be perfect, it's hard to think of new stuff. You're too busy worrying about messing up. Imagine writing a song and only caring if it's a hit. You might miss out on making something really cool. Number 4. Making excuses. It's easy to hide beneath your sheets, staying underneath all warm and tucked in. But if you don't take that blanket off, you'll be missing out on everything life has to offer. You can blame someone else, or even the weather, or perhaps the unwarranted inconveniences life seems to throw only at you. But this is only an excuse. Own your body, your actions, and your life. Rotting in bed is your own doing. The harsh truth is, if you really wanted to, you would. If you keep blaming others, you'll never learn or grow. You might just start believing your own lies if you keep making excuses. You might tell yourself, hey, I'm probably not good enough for this job. Why bother applying? And it'll only be a while till you're convinced you don't have the perfect skills. Excuses are a barrier to both your personal and professional growth. Number 3. Sacrificing your sleep schedule. Sleep is like recharging your phone. We all love staying up late and having fun, but in all honesty, it's like draining your battery. Messing with your sleep schedule is like playing Russian roulette with your health and happiness. Studies show that not getting enough sleep is terrible for you. It's like driving a car without brakes. Dangerous and reckless. And the early bird does indeed get the worm. So ditch the phone, create a solid bedtime routine, and hit the hay. Your body and your brain will thank you. Number 2. Procrastination. It's hard not to procrastinate in the age that we all live in. We're always glued to our phones and other devices. It's hard not to when there's so much information being thrown our way. But don't become one with the crowd. Sure, social media is important to stay in touch with people. But is that what you're really doing? Or are you mindlessly scrolling through your phone to watch reels and clips that you find relatable and get a haha reaction out of you? The truth is, distractions like these can suck away your attention span and affect your ability to think. You can use it to your advantage instead. Create connections and links that will actually get you somewhere. Not just professionally, but also in your personal life. As annoying as it can get, there are ways to get yourself out of that procrastination mode. Make to-do lists. Break your tasks down into smaller ones that are easy to manage. You can even reward yourself in the end. That's the only way your brain will change its patterns. Number 1. Doing too much. Trying to do everything at once is like trying to juggle 10 balls while riding a unicycle. It might appear cool for a minute, but chances are you'll drop something almost immediately. Focus on a few things at a time and do them really well. It's always quality over quantity, remember? What do you think will be the easiest for you to apply in your life? Let us know in the comments below and hit that subscribe button.